Our next presenter was just featured on a panel about tokenization of real-world assets. And this is Jacques Voorhees, who has an interesting project called IceCap that he is going to be sharing more about now. Jacques?
Is the clicker up there? Yeah. This way or this way? Okay. We'll see if it works. Hello. Okay, we'll go through this real quickly because I know it's getting late in the afternoon. There have been some amazing projects that have been discussed so far at this CoinAgenda, like there always are. This is not a project involving all kinds of new futuristic things like robots for medical care. This is actually looking back in time, taking a very, very old concept, which is using diamonds for asset diversification and solving a very important problem using 21st century tools, fintech, NFTs, and so forth. So what we're doing is we're making it possible using these blockchain tools to safely add diamonds to your investment portfolio. It's a pretty simple concept. So, since we're bringing together blockchain and diamond worlds, we've brought together experts in each of those two sectors. You guys don't know the diamond industry. Some of the people here from our blockchain world, Eric Voorhees is my son. Some of you know him from Shapeshift, Michael Turpin. The other people are very well known in the diamond industry. For example, Bill Boyajian is our chairman, is the former past president of the GIA itself. Those are the people that invented diamond grading. So we kind of know what we're doing in terms of both industries. The goal here is to take the percentage of diamonds that currently goes into investment, which is something south of 1%, it's very small, and try to achieve a similar level to what they have in gold. Roughly 30% of the gold market comes from investors. The problem with the diamond industry is that there are serious obstacles that make it not work very well up until now for investors. The idea is if we remove those obstacles, we can unleash a latent demand, and if we can get a 30% ratio, that's basically an $11 billion new demand for diamonds, and if we can hold on to 10% of that, we're a $1 billion company. That's what we're trying to do. What can diamonds do that gold can't do better? It's very simple. Diamonds are a hard asset like gold and silver. They tend to outpace inflation, so they're an inflation hedge. They're also extremely portable and concealable. Like if you were in Ukraine right now and needed to get out of the country with some of your family's wealth, you'd have a very hard time doing that with your gold and silver bullion. Nothing could be easier if you did it with diamonds. They're less volatile than gold. They're enjoyable as jewelry. For example, when I say less volatile, in the last few months, let's say starting around April, gold has lost I think it's about 12% of its value. Diamonds lost 1% of their value. So again, it tends to follow gold, but in a much less volatile way. Here are the problems that make diamonds not a good investment. Very difficult to know what you're buying and what it's worth. Liquidity, where do you sell? Do you go to a pawn shop? That's kind of your option right now. And no matter where you sell or how you sell, you'll probably lose 50% of the value in the course of between buying it and selling it. 50% is not acceptable to investors. Okay, here are the solutions basically that we throw at the problem to solve it. We issue an NFT for every diamond that we sell. The diamond goes in a vault, just like your gold bullion goes in a vault. The NFT can then be traded without friction. And when we say without friction, without all of the hurdles that go into trying to sell the diamond, figuring out what it's worth, and so forth. Because the NFT can obviously go back and forth on exchanges or in other platforms. This one's is a little much to get into this late in the afternoon, but basically we found a way to create virtual fungibility. This is something we have a patent pending on. Typically, you have all the factors that go into diamond grading, color, clarity, carat weight, and so forth. How do you create an efficient market when you have all these variables? With gold, you have one variable, ounces. Okay, we do it through virtual fungibility, where every diamond that comes onto our trading platform is arrayed as a ratio to the actual wholesale price, which is knowable for that diamond. We then can rank the diamonds based on that. And I just want to give you an example. Last week, I was meeting with one of our potential customers. She was a woman who was trying to understand our system. And I showed her our available diamonds that were in the platform. And I explained this value index, and she said, oh, so this one at the top, that's the best value, that's the best deal. I said, yeah. She said, I'll buy it, right there. No one has ever sold diamonds this way in the world before. It's a totally unique way of selling diamonds, which is proximity to wholesale price. She didn't care what the carat weight was, the color, the clarity, any of that stuff. She cared, as she should have, what was the best deal, and that's what she bought. By the same token, if she wanted to sell that diamond, she would put it at that best price, top of the value index. It would be the next one to sell. So that's another part of our innovation. Beyond that, we're just an extremely efficient company. We only have 3 employees. Everything is automated. We're probably the only diamond company in the world that's selling lots of diamonds, and we never see the diamonds, which is kind of sad, but that's the nature of it. So based on this platform and how we're using fintech solutions, basically we've solved the 3 problems. The value is transparent, low bid-ask spreads. We're looking at more like 1 to 5% instead of 50%, and liquidation is basically a few mouse clicks. By the way, Joel Aram used to run the Gems and Minerals collection of the Smithsonian Institute, and he found out what we're doing and loved the company so much. He not only provided that statement, he has actually joined the company as a commission-only salesperson because he believes in it, what we're doing so much. It's kind of exciting. Revenue model, very simple. The diamonds we sell, we mark them up 10% over wholesale. So we're making a 10% margin on newly issued tokens, and thereafter, anytime a token trades, we earn 0.5%. Some fun stuff we're doing. We were hoping to do this year, but it got pushed into 2023. We're going to be doing a fractionalized NFT ownership of the Miss Universe crown. This is a joint venture between the Muad family who created it, ourselves, and the Miss Universe pageant itself. We are going to be coming out with an app next year that lets you basically do everything with your diamonds: buy, sell, move them around, take delivery. By the way, I forgot to mention, when you have the diamond token, at any time, you can exchange the token and receive the diamond. And about 20% of our customers do that. They actually don't want the token, they want the diamond instead, no problem. They can later, if they want to reintroduce the diamond back into our ecosystem, get a token issued on it, and they're back into the trading world. We've had some great press. Vogue Business covered us. New York Times a few months ago made us part of a story they were doing on the Metaverse. We have a whole bunch of key strengths, like patent pending technology, stuff like that. I won't get into them, but we have a lot of cool ones. This is my favorite slide. Our sales are going great. Last year we did just under $1 million. Right now we're over $4 million. We pretty sure we'll hit 5 before the end of the year. The point is, it's working. Hard asset investors are, in fact, willing to divert some of their gold and silver ownership into diamonds based on the fact that we've now solved the problems for them. So just leave that up there for a second, because I'm so proud of it. Okay, we're doing a raise, 1 million bridge as a safe, 30 million market cap. We've sold 650 of it, so I believe that means we have 350 left, and we're hoping to then segue that into a Series A for about 10 million, probably around middle of this coming year. That's pretty much it. Question? Yes?
I may have missed that slide, but one of the values of NFT is that as it sells and trades hands, the original owner of it still gets some value. If I brought a diamond or bought a diamond, a new diamond in the collection, and it buys and sells, do I get anything of the residual?
No. I do. Yeah, I'm the one that minted the NFT, or IceCap minted the NFT, and every time it transacts, yes, we do earn a little bit on that. But for you, the customer, you're not really this isn't an NFT play for you. This is a diamond play, a hard asset play. And the NFT simply makes possible an efficient market that didn't used to exist. So you're not really looking to make a percentage every time you make a trade. You're simply happy to have a way of investing in diamonds that you didn't have before.
Jacques, how are the attributes actually documented? You said you've never seen a diamond, you never touch it. So where's your oracle of the verification, validation of its attributes?
Probably our company is, if we're strong in one thing, we're strongest in that. We take diamond grading very seriously. Our grading standards are higher than Tiffany's. We know because we know who the suppliers of Tiffany's are. It all starts in today's world with a GIA certificate. You have to have that. But the quality control on those certificates has not done well in the last 10 years. So we do secondary grading using the tightest grading operation in the world called GCal. They actually back up their grading by a Lloyd's of London policy. No one else in the world does that. So that gives us the data we need to connect then to the NFT. We also use technologies like Gimprint. You can probably guess what that is. So there's no question about the diamond, what it is, everything about it, and the NFT that represents its ownership.
You said you don't touch it, so that we doing that. You said
We outsource all that. Yeah, we don't want to touch the diamonds. That would introduce all kinds of friction. That's one of the reasons you have those huge bid-ask spreads, because too many people are touching the diamonds. Yes. A vault in New Jersey. Sorry, I keep saying Delaware. They're stored at a vault in Delaware that makes all of the transactions sales tax free. So that, yes, in the back. I didn't quite hear that. Could you speak a little louder?
Is there a cost to have someone has a diamond, they want to put it on the exchange, they have to go through the process?
Our exchange only handles IceCap diamonds. So if it's some diamond that came from someplace else, it could try to pass IceCap standards. Good luck. I would screen out most of them. But if it's an IceCap diamond, they can take delivery, they can enjoy it as jewelry for a few years, they can put it back in the system and re-tokenize it. But only IceCap diamonds, yes. Lab-grown diamonds? Real quick. Lab-grown diamonds are plummeting in price. It's doing what happened between natural pearls and cultured pearls. They're now, FTC is getting close to requiring jewelers to announce that if they're selling a lab-grown diamond, it will probably have zero resale value. So the markets are totally different. It's almost like the difference between costume jewelry and real jewelry. So no, we don't. Okay. Thank you very much.